watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Hyun Prannoy, and now the headlines as usual.
Prime Minister fields questions from National Assembly deputies. Vietnam invests over $450 million overseas in 10 months. Handicraft businesses seek to develop domestic market.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính fielded questions at the ongoing 14th National Assembly's fourth sitting on November the 5th.
The Prime Minister directly answered questions on a number of issues, such as downsizing and bettering the local government apparatus, consumption price index, social security policy, climate change, and infrastructure development. According to Prime Minister Chin, the downsizing of the apparatus at the grassroots must be associated with quality improvement, taking into account the unique characteristics of each region. Regarding social security policies, Chin revealed that in the coming time, the government will consider shortcomings in housing policy for low-income people, increase wages and allowances for workers, and policies for people with meritorious services. Talking about efforts to cope with climate change, Chin stressed it is necessary to reassess the impacts of climate change, build institutions, and dedicate more resources to infrastructure development in response to the change of climate. The Prime Minister also emphasized the importance of infrastructure development in general, as he revealed that the government is scheduled to allocate much more budget to infrastructure, which is 3 times higher than the previous term.
Vietnam outbound investments, including both newly registered and adjusted capital, exceeded $450 million in the first 10 months of this year, equivalent to nearly 70% of the figure recorded in same time last year, according to the Ministry of Planning and Investment.
Among the 25 countries and territories where Vietnamese investors are operating, Singapore took the lead with 20 projects and combined capital of over $75 million. It was followed by Laos, the US, Germany and the Netherlands. Vietnamese investors poured capital into 14 sectors, mainly processing and manufacturing, real estate, mining, wholesale and retail. As of October 20th, Vietnam counted nearly 1,600 overseas valid projects worth almost $22 billion, mainly in mining and agroforestry fishery. Laos, Cambodia and Venezuela received the most Vietnamese investment capital, according to the ministry.
The Vietnam Social Security is striving to raise the number of people covered by health insurance to 92% of the national population by the end of this year.
According to the Vietnam Social Security, health insurance had covered over 87 million people, or 88.4% of the population. Meanwhile, over 14 million had participated in unemployment insurance, equivalent to 28.3% of the workforce, up 627,000 compared to late 2021. Some 19 million people, or over 37% of the workforce, are expected to join social insurance, and 15.21 million, or 30% of the workforce, to participate in unemployment insurance. To that end, the Vietnam Social Security said it will mobilize forces to premium collection and the expansion of insurance coverage. The agency will also increase inspections and supervisions and further reform the communication work to realize the yearly targets.
Vietnam's aquatic product exports reached $900 million in October, lifting the country's total export turnover in the first 10 months of this year to nearly $9.4 billion, a year-on-year increase of 32%, according to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development.
The export of charfish reached over $180 million, raising the 10-month export value to more than $2 billion, above from the same period last year. Meanwhile, shrimp exports reached over $440 million in October, bringing the 10-month value to $3.84 billion and up more than 20% year-on-year. The US, Japan, and China are the three biggest importers of Vietnamese aquatic products, making up more than 50% of the Southeast Asian market. Vietnam's export of this product recorded growth in most markets, excluding Russia. The highest export growth was seen in China at over 85%.
Promoting creativity in the reconstruction of industrial heritage into public space lay at the heart of a recent workshop in Hanoi, where participants discussed how to provide social infrastructure, architectural landscapes, and urban civilization to make a bold impression as a creative capital city.
At its most recent 7th section, the Hanoi People's Council approved a resolution to relocate houses to pave the way for the creation of public spaces in the first phase of local planning. Under the policy, Vietnam's capital faces both opportunities and challenges in rebuilding its industrial heritage to ensure sustainable urban development, presenting a positive and unique image and bringing economic value. At the 2022 Industrial Heritage Reconstruction Workshop, experts proposed rebuilding industrial heritage architecture into creative public spaces.
We need a synchronous set of policies for at least the next 5 to 15 years to develop cultural spaces. This also requires efforts at all levels, from the state to businesses and the people.
With hands-on experience in transforming old manufacturing factories into creative spaces in Hanoi Long Biên district, architect Huy Phạm said his team had proactively recycled old materials to forge a spacious area in the heart of the capital's hustle and bustle.
People need a quiet space to read books, conduct research, and hold education-oriented workshops. This is what we are looking forward to.
Vietnam has already transformed some small-scale industrial factories into creative public spaces. However, proper policies are needed to attract investors to rebuilding industrial heritage into innovative economic models.
Handicraft businesses are shifting their focus to the domestic market to mitigate the risk for exports from COVID-19. Investment in creating more eye-catching designs, improving product quality, and ensuring reasonable prices will be among the key factors helping handicraft enterprises build a stable domestic market, experts have suggested. Recently, the Ministry of Industry and Trade held an exhibition to promote handicrafts and fine arts products. In response to the Vietnamese People Use Vietnamese Products program, the exhibition is significant for local businesses given the decline in exports caused by COVID-19.
We really need support from other sectors to hold such an exhibition. Exhibitions allow us to introduce our products to more customers.
There is actually ample space for handicrafts and fine arts products to be sold in the domestic market. If businesses could invest in developing highly competitive products with excellent quality and eye-catching designs, they stand a great chance of conquering the whole market. The annual holding of design competitions, therefore, encourages innovation and applicability among businesses.
How to link production and the market to meet customer demands at home and abroad is important. We also need to create products that are friendly on the environment.
Vietnamese businesses are more concerned these days about the origin and legality of materials to preserve and environmentally friendly handicraft items. The cồng chiêng or gong is the traditional musical instrument of the Mueang ethnic people, who consider it a treasure of their family and have tried to preserve it through generations. Despite the test of time, the Mueang ethnic people have indeed been able to preserve the percussion instrument as the soul of their group.
A set of Mueang cồng chiêng includes 12 flat, circular melodies that offer a wider range of notes.
24 festivals celebrated by the Hmong people use the instruments such as new house building celebrations, summer festivals, and field festivals. Apart from the musical significance, for people from the Hmong ethnic minority, owning a full set of 12 days is the symbol of the 12 months in the year.
Muong ethnic people need gongs to perform at festivals and attract tourists.
While most gong players in the Central Highlands are men, those in the Hmong ethnic are women. Hmong gongs are not difficult to play, but require attention and plenty of practice.
During the traditional Tet holiday, we play gongs to create joy. Each set has 12 discs of different sizes.
This is why generations of Hmong people have worked to preserve the instrument as the soul of their group. To make gongs, the Hmong people use pure copper for reverberating sound, while the drumsticks are made from light wood and covered with leather or fabric. The gongchieng is not purely a musical instrument in folk art activities, but also a cultural essence that reflects the creativity of the Hmong ethnic people.
For Vietnamese to receive sale in almost all street corners in Vietnam, find sale in the 34th place in the list of 100 most popular dishes in the world, as compiled by international food magazine Taste Atlas.
The magazine described pho as one of the most beloved Vietnamese dishes in the Western Hemisphere, due to its complex, unique flavors, and elegant simplicity. The soup is traditionally served with chicken or beef broth, where the bones simmer lazily for at least 3 hours until the broth is perfect, it's said. The addition of herbs and spices accentuates the flavors, and the chewy rice noodles, juicy beef slices, and crunchy sprouts elevate the dish to another level. Pho is also among 3 Vietnamese dishes, along with banh mi and iced coffee, named in the CNN's list of 50 of the best street foods in Asia.